Bishop and Chief Apostle of the Church of God in Christ, Incorporated, is a holiness Pentecostal denomination of over 12,000 churches and over 6.5 million members in the United States, making it one of the largest Pentecostal churches in the country as well as in foreign countries abroad. The Church of God in Christ is comprised of many departments and auxiliaries. The Women's Department, led by Mother Barbara McCoo-Lewis, is General Supervisor of the Women's Department. Another auxiliary in the Church of God in Christ is the Business and Professional Women's Federation. This organization gives women the opportunity to utilize their profession for the work of God. It operates in the local, district, jurisdictional, and national levels. Its goal and objectives is to assist the less fortunate, sick and shut-in, and support the education of our youth. If you work in your local church and you are a community-minded person, join us today. We'll be glad to have you, and you'll be so glad you did. The National Business and Professional Women is led by missionary Bonnie Jean McPeak. The Texas Central Metropolitan Jurisdiction's Business and Professional Women is led by Jennifer Carrington. Most recently, Jennifer accepted the call to serve as Region 3 Regional Chair that covers Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, as well as 6 foreign countries. The Business and Professional Women of the Texas Central Metropolitan Jurisdiction is led by Prelate Bishop Frank E. Faniel, Dr. Gladys Lockett Ross, Supervisor of Women.
All right, all right, all right. We are back. That was a short snippet of what we're all about. And again, you are back with the Business and Professional Women's Federation for the Texas Central Metropolitan Chapter. And we are back with another virtual session called the Business Boost Virtual Session. And I'm so excited to introduce our special guest tonight. And just before we do that, I'm going to show a quick snippet of the announcement that we made on last week, just to give you a little taste of what's in store for tonight. So stay tuned.
And before we move forward, we would like for you to keep in mind to save this date, November the 10th, 2020, at 6 p.m., as we will have a special guest panelist, Mrs. Vanessa Massey, entrepreneur and CEO of Star Consultants Admin Services. She will be discussing the steps she took on how she launched her very own virtual assistance business in the midst of a pandemic. You don't want to miss this. Again, November the 10th at 6 p.m.
All right, as you would have it, we are here tonight with the very own CEO, Mrs. Vanessa Massey. How are you tonight?
I am doing great and thankful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, can you introduce yourself and tell our listening audience who you are and who you represent?
Yes, I first of all, before I start, I would like to say thank you for this opportunity, Jennifer Carrington. This means much to me. I feel humbled and I don't take it lightly. First of all, I, Vanessa Massey, am the CEO of Star Consultants and Admin Services. And I personally have a passion to reach out and touch the lives of others so that people can gain the knowledge to become a professional virtual assistant today. This right now is a perfect time to enroll, and I'll tell you a little bit of how I got started. But before I start about how I got started, I want to say that God is placed first in my life. And right now, I appreciate that my husband, a loving husband, allows me the opportunity to go about doing this business with our son. And I have worked. The reason why I got started is because it was starting a business is because enjoy working with seniors. And I was teaching seniors basic computer skills inside of a senior living community. And it was enjoyable. They were so patient and they learned a lot, and it was great. And I just would like to say that that opportunity made me realize that this is what the calling that I enjoy doing is I enjoy helping others. And then the reason why I also had the background is because I had started working in the corporate field at Comerica Bank. And before it was called Comerica Bank, it was Manufacturers Bank. And I worked over 20 years with them. And then I was thankful because they allowed me and paid for me to take computer classes. And it was great. And when I started taking the computer classes, I started learning more of how to do Outlook and different Excel, different Microsoft Word, and different classes. And I'm thankful for that. But not only that, but I also worked in small business areas. And small businesses were great as well because the reason why I say they were great as well, because our own Jennifer Carrington had allowed me to be the virtual administrative assistant in her J. Carrington and Associates company. And I learned a lot. I don't take that for granted. She was so patient and she instilled and entrusted in me with my knowledge, and I'm thankful for that. Then I also had taken some side jobs working in a nonprofit organization. Right now, I can truly say that with that knowledge, and then also too learning a little bit about some educational background that I had the opportunity to do, there was 4 places for my educational background that I did, and that was receiving a computer information systems degree from WC3, also receiving a Microsoft Office certificate from Global Information Technology, and also receiving a certificate from J. Carrington Business Academy. I just want everybody to know, you got to get on board for J. Carrington Business Academy. Right now is the perfect time to sign up because once you sign up for that academy, you will also be learning inside of that academy also a platform that you can use in your business. The name of that platform is called 5-Star App Maker. It's a twofold platform. Not only is it an app, but also it is a website. And I started using it and I was just excited. And then also too, I'm using that for my business as well. And I just thankful because when the world during the time of the spread of the COVID-19, then I had stopped working inside of the senior living community. And when that door closed, it made me think about that saying, say, when one door closed, God has an open door. And believe me, he will open a door for you. I prayed about it and I asked God's guidance and I had faith because without faith, it's impossible. So, I stood on faith and I just believed that there was no doubt that God was going to open up another door. So therefore, I shared the information with Jennifer Carrington and I informed her about the situation that I was in. And she was so kind to inform me about some steps that I can take to further this business that I wanted to do. And I took it from there. And ever since I started the business, and I've been going ever since with that business and starting on November the 13th, my first client starts, and I'm excited. And I want you all to know that you will learn and gain a lot. The course description is just from learning how to start a business. I'll just give you a tad bit. From learning how to start a business to formulating reports and also having a complete breakdown of the administrative tasks that you need. That's just a tad bit. and I'm just excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then thank you so much for that wonderful introduction and giving a description of what you do. I want to know that I did catch a small glimpse of what you said. You did mention something about the words, I found my calling. So um, during a pandemic, well, as we know what a pandemic is, and if you don't, just look around. But for some, a pandemic is just a season where you feel like there's too much ahead of you, and it's too much for you to grasp. Or you're facing so much that you really can't move forward. So in other words, it's a particular season in life where we're just overwhelmed. So some of us are overwhelmed with financial difficulties, unemployment, even of course the pandemic itself, which is the illness. But how many of you all out there know that during a season of pandemic or hardship or storm, it's like you said, when God comes in and turn things around. But it sounded like I heard you said you took some steps to reinvent yourself and you make some self investments in order to find your calling. So technically, sometimes when you're laid off or when you're in between blessings, or some of us, we're going from corporate America and we know that we have a calling, we know we have a talent. How do you know when it's time? Like, can you describe how you felt you knew that virtual assistants was your particular calling?
Yes. Well, reason why I knew it was my calling is because I enjoy, when you enjoy something, what you're doing, and you put your whole passion into it, it isn't like you made to do it. You just love it. And I love what I'm doing. And usually when you love to do something, you'll just keep doing it. You won't have to be pressured to do it. It'll be just like, oh, let me do it. I'm excited. And you don't want to get to the point where you have to, when it comes to a business, you have to be motivated. You can't have someone to push you. You got to be motivated within yourself so that you know that without a shadow of a doubt, I can do this. And that's where you have to go in believing and having faith that you can do it. And if I did it, you can do it too. So I want to encourage anyone out there who wants to start a business to let you know, yes, you can be your CEO of your business and have your own business today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I heard you say you have to be motivated. That's very good to know because even through a storm or a illness or unemployment or finance, if you're in between blessings financially, you can be discouraged. But self motivation is basically saying when no one else is going to pat you on the back or no one else is going to drive you or no one else is going to push you, then look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm worth it. I'm going to invest in myself because a one time investment can turn into a lifetime achievement or in your case, a career or a goal accomplished. So if you will, allow me, I'm going to see if my screen will cooperate. Of course, as we know with technology, I'm going to go and take a look at some things that you're working on. And of course, if any of our listening audience have any questions for our guests, feel free to chime in. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your platform, which is staradministrator.com. And I'm going to see if we're able to view, I believe this is a testimonial uh, of your work. Let's see. And as you all know, sometimes with technology, it will glitch. So if any time during this interview we have a pause for the cause, then that means we'll come back. But I do want to show our listening audience, also show them. Um, I'm trying to hold it to the very end, but I want to go ahead and allow you to describe to the listening audience exactly what is a virtual assistant.
Yes. And right now, a virtual assistant, they had that title, but before it became virtual assistant, it used to be just administrator assistant. If you look at the history of virtual assistant, that's where it started way long time ago. And right now, a virtual assistant have duties that they can do to assist a company. They can do appointment scheduling, and that can be done on different platforms. They can do preparing slideshows. They can help build a database for your manager. They can help with the calendar management for your manager. These are just some of the duties experiencing. Also, too, having Microsoft Office background so that you can use Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and also, too, you can set up email management. That means sending out emails for the manager if you're working for another person, and you can send out emails for your manager. It's excellent time management skills is needed. So right now, those are just a few of what's required for an administrator assistant. The list can go on, but depending on what type of administrator, because there's different virtual assistants, but what type is called referring to administrator services.
That's awesome, and glad that you were able to describe that in detail. And out of the common types of virtual assistants, you got social media virtual assistant, real estate virtual assistant, a virtual research assistant, a virtual administrative assistant, an e-commerce virtual assistant, data entry virtual assistant, virtual bookkeeping assistant, virtual marketing assistant. Like you said, there's the list can go on and on. But the benefit that I noticed is that with all of those career names or the different assistant types, you can work from home. You don't have to worry about commuting. Technically, all you're gonna need is a computer and internet access.
Yes,
And not just that, the personality, the character, and a clean record. Because a lot of times you will be dealing with a lot of confidential information. Is that correct?
yes. Yes,
Okay.
and that's the good thing about it. I love that what you just said about, because if you work out your home, you can save a lot of money for dealing with transportation. You don't have to worry about spending gas money. It reduces the saving of money. It also have no office overhead. You're right. The list goes on, and it's worth it. I mean, working from home is great.
Yes. And I will have to say, I know you personally because you assisted me on the admin side. So you were my virtual assistant with so many projects, even most recently this week. So I want to say thank you for all that you've done. You truly have a gift of making communication and making sure both parties, in terms of the people who are I'm working with, that we're communicating with, are pleased, and I get lots of compliments. And I won't go into too much detail because that's your platform to talk about. But I'm just so happy, glad to have met you years ago and to see God exceed your expectations for your life. Because this year, last time, and again, she has not mentioned she was not an author. She's an author now. She's not only a virtual assistant for her own company, but she also coaches and teaches other individuals how to get started from A to Z. In other words, you don't have a business license, you don't know how to get started. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things that you're working on now?
Well, I'm thankful to Jennifer. She don't know that she has been a help to me down through the years to be where I am today. So I'm thankful for her. And also, God has blessed me to write a book. It's entitled Virtual Assistant Training Manual. And this is what we will be using in our course. And we will also have, if you can see it, Virtual Assistant Training Manual. We'll be using that in our course, and we will be having people to have a Q&A section after each section, I'm sorry. And then we will also have practice, do some practice handouts. So that right there is wonderful. You will learn a lot. This is a 6-week course. that will only have 2 hours per week, and it's worth it. Take my word. And if anybody interested, you can go into my website, which is staradministrator.com.
That's awesome to know. And I'm going to go ahead and share the information for anyone out there who is interested in becoming their own virtual assistant. You need to definitely sign up for this course. Primarily because she's my virtual assistant for a long time, and I what she helped me with. I'm going to be more transparent. What she helped me with is that I have a contract to work and teach children in schools and adults as well in terms of college. So I had a lot on my shoulders. I had over 60 schools to communicate with. And then when I'm out, who's going to assist me, take calls and making sure that I'm good? Let me tell you, I had so many compliments. I had someone, and get this. I'm in Texas. She's in Michigan. So I have people here in Texas asking me for her. And so I'm like, oh, do I need to share or can I? But how about God? Your gift will, and the God's word is good. Your gift will make room for you. So can you tell us a little bit more about your 12-step masterclass for success on how a person can become their own virtual assistant?
Yes. So what it is that right now we're taking people to sign up, and you will have a discount if you say that you saw us on the Business and Professional Women's Federation. You will have a discount. We have a 15-minute free consultation, and this is really what it's all about, because if you can learn the basics of how to start a business, it's not easy, it's hard work, but you can do it. And take my word, you can learn the basics through us of how to start the business, what are required to be a virtual assistant, what is required. Okay. We're talking about from opening a business account. We're talking about every single step that's needed. You will find that. We're going to tell you everything, but you will find that in our course. You will also find out what reports you can make through the computer system. If you need help with computer skills, we can help you do that. We go over and above what's required so that you can meet your needs to be starting your own business. It's worth it. Take my word. Anytime people have a compassion to reach out and help others and don't worry about the time slot, if we go over the time, it's fine with me. I just want to make sure that you get the knowledge that's needed, because I want to reach out to help others. I've gained the knowledge. Now it's time for you to gain the knowledge. So every single step will be discussed in detail. Step one, step two, every single step. So it's worth signing up. I just want to say thank you.
That's awesome. Now what I'm gonna do is see if I can get the testimonial to come up. I'm gonna pray. See if I can get testimony to come up, and we'll come right back. And if not, we can continue on. So there's always a plan A, and it's most definitely always a plan B. So I'm gonna see if things will cooperate one more time. Let me see. Let me try. I think I forgot to add the audio. Bear with me one more time. All right. Share screen. And there we go. We have audio, which is awesome. And if anyone is watching and they're interested in learning more, please ask your questions. And we'll make sure she gets to the questions as soon as we see them come up. And even if you're watching the replay, make sure that you ask your questions and we'll get the answers to you. So what I'm going to do is put your information on the screen so that they can go ahead and also make sure they can watch the testimonial on her screen. It was me, and I was hooping and hollering and just glowing and so much excitement and sincerity on her spirit of excellence. She has a spirit of excellence on everything that she does. She has the ability to take a phone call and convert it into a sale, or and make sure that the person on the other end is not only feel comfortable, but she does it on the high scale of professionalism. So please, please, please go by staradministrator.com, take a look at the testimonial. I mean, the whole objective tonight and the whole series is called Going from Pandemic to Purpose.
Yeah.
You know your gift, whether or not it is a virtual assistant, it could be something else. But this is just proof that your gift can make room for you. How long did it take you to write your book?
It was less than a month. And it was a
Wow.
blessing. It was less than a month, and God just gave me the knowledge of how to do it, plus the experience that I had by working from you, with you. I'm sorry, working with you. The experience, I put all of that in the book, as well as the experience that I had at working with corporate America. So it was really nice. It was really nice. It was a nice experience. But to God be the glory for what I've done. It's nothing but God.
So, what can you tell an individual who has a fear or a little animosity or a little doubt and say, well, you know what, I do have a gift of communication in terms of being strategic in what I do in my placement of everything. I'm very organized. I just don't have a lot of tech experience, or it could be something as simple as I'm too young, I'm too old. What advice do you have for them?
I wouldn't say that you're never too old to learn. Okay, never too old. People have went back to college and taken classes, even if it wasn't college classes, at an older age. Okay, I even remember one of the bishops that got his degree at an older age. So really, to be honest with you, you're never too old to gain the knowledge that's needed to go forward. And when you're saying young, anytime you're a teenager, this is the time and going forward that you need to gain as much knowledge as possible. You are our future for tomorrow. So, teenagers, gain as much knowledge while you can, because you're going to need it in the working field. You can get trade knowledge, or you can go to community college, you can go to universities, you can even do sign up for Jennifer Carrington's class. Oh yes, and you want to, you can sign up for my class, and I will teach you the basic computer skills that's needed with Star Consultants and Admin Services. So therefore, do not doubt yourself. Do not. You speak in faith. Speak those things as though they are. Don't doubt. Speak faith.
That's right, fear over faith. And then it's the enemy's job to attack us, even whether we are in a pandemic or not, but especially during a time or a season where you confronted with challenges. But how about, well, with me, I learned sometimes I put like this, over the years, I had to learn how to mature. And I actually had a chance to, within the last 3 years, step back and actually look and see where I've come. And what I'm trying to say is, I've learned that every growth spurt in my life came through a storm. Every level of growth came through a hardship or a hard time, whether it was a hurricane, living in a hotel, or homeless, or losing everything, the car, the home. But during the time I was in a hotel, God said it's time to expand or write a book. And I met my accountability partner. Someone said, you know, you can do it. I got your back. And sometimes that's all, the main thing that's holding us back is the level of confidence in yourself and the level of confidence in God. God is, sometimes He will just bring an opportunity to us. It's up to us to take that chance and say, you know what, not only am I worth it, I've been doing the same thing for years. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm going to take this opportunity to make a self-investment and make room for growth. For those who are interested in learning, how long is one session during your class? for example, let's say I sign up to learn how to become a virtual assistant. I guess it's a twofold question. One, you said it's twice a week. So how much time will I have to invest in that class during 1 week?
Well, to be honest with you, it's only 1 hour per day. So it's 2 days out the week with 1 hour per day for a total of 6 weeks. Okay. So that's really, to be honest with you, you will be gaining a lot of knowledge, and you can still have time to do things on the side of the rest of the week. You don't have, this is not going to take too much of your time. Take my word, but you're still going to be gaining knowledge. So sometimes you have to, like Jennifer Carrington said, you have to take the time to reevaluate how to go about making a change in your life.
Wow. And like I said, for those who are just joining us, she worked for me and she helped me, and she's still a blessing to me. I can't reiterate that enough. But during that time, again, the beginning of last year to this year, within 12 months, she became an author, a virtual assistant coach. In other words, she's teaching her classes and she works as a virtual assistant. So, in other words, she diversifies her income. So, with her class, not only will you be able to learn how to become a virtual assistant, but you'll be able to learn how to take your gifting, whatever your gifting is. Like I said, there's so many different types of virtual assistants that you'll be able to take that and learn how to have multiple offers. So you're not just having one income, and you set your own price range based on what you're doing. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's
Yes, you
awesome.
can set your own price range because you have to find out what the value is of your work. You have to sit down and think about that. So you're right.
Mhm. Okay. Awesome, awesome. And I would like to go ahead and prepare to finalize. Um, but now again, I'm going to go down through a list of different types of virtual assistant. But when a person takes your course, can you tell me what type of virtual assistant that you will be teaching? And um, when they finish your course, from the time they start to the time they finish the course, what will they have accomplished? So again, they're out of all the common types of virtual assistants. There is social media virtual assistant, you have real estate virtual assistant, you have virtual research assistant, e-commerce virtual assistant, you have a data entry virtual assistant, virtual bookkeeping assistant, you also have virtual marketing assistant. There's, and the list can go on. But what type of a virtual assistant program do you teach?
That will be virtual administrator assistant. Okay, because that is what I'm referring to. That's what I used to do as a job over 20 years. I've had that type of field, and that right there is really what I'm only going to be teaching, not real estate. I haven't had anything in real estate, so I don't want to put anything out there that I have not even experienced, because your
Mhm.
experience is the best teacher. So what I experience is what I'm going to teach.
That's
So that's
awesome.
the administrator.
And can you take us through your flyer that you have, basically describing what the course will offer?
Okay, so right now I'm just going to give you a three out of them, out of the group, so you can go onto our website. We want you to be enthused to look. So right now, what we will start off with is we will teach you how to start a business. What's required to start your own business? All the way from what's needed, EIN number, everything that's needed for you to start a business, even going to the bank and filling out the necessary papers to have a business account. So we would give you the foundation of what is needed to start a business. Okay. Then that's just that's the start of it. Then we'll go to showing you what reports are needed. Okay. Of what you would need to start doing. And then we'll break down that and say, since you started your business, now let's go and explain how to complete the task that's needed that you can be an administrator assistant. What is involving in that task? What do you need to know? What do you need to accomplish? We'll break that all down. And this is not something that you can I would say this is very knowledgeable, educational, and it's something that's needed in this day and time where we encourage others to, hey, let's go out and you can do something with your life. You do not have to sit around the house and moan and groan because the doors are closed. Work out of your home. Start a business out of your home. Be productive. Be motivated. Be an entrepreneur. So we want to encourage you. Don't be discouraged just because of COVID-19. There is a new beginning and you can start it today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to share my screen with you again. And this time, what I'm going to do is share how you can learn more about getting your own discovery call and discover if being a virtual administrative assistant is for you. It's not for everyone, but it's for those who are serious about making that self investment. It's for those who are serious about making sure that they're financially stable at the end of the course, and they're able to have all the tools in their toolbox to launch their own business, all the way from their platform, all the way to how to book appointments from your home and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt again. I'm going to use the keyword attempt to share my screen. And this is her website. Again, she was able to do this all on her own, set up her own website. She will be able to show you how to go about doing that. And again, the website is Star Administrative Assistant. I'm sorry, let me correct that.
Five star.
StarAdministrator.com. StarAdministrator.com. Did I get that correct?
Yes, but it was on the platform of Five Star App Maker. I want everybody to know that. That was on the
Yeah.
platform of Five Star App Maker, but the company is letting everyone know that this is an excellent platform to use if you want an app and a website.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, she did use the five-star app maker to create her platform. So not that means not only does she have a website, but she has an app in both the Apple Store and the Google Android Store, so people can find her there. So she has a testimonial there. She has a description of what you'll need to be doing, and at the very end, so when you go to her website, you're going to click on Star Consultants, which is the second tab, and it'll take you to the screen. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, you'll be seeing the testimonial about her services, and then also scroll down to the very end to book your free discovery call. It's free. She won't take up too much of your time, but it is just an opportunity to discover whether or not being a virtual assistant is for you. I'm going to try my best to answer any questions you may have. Again, sometime with technology, it will glitch sometimes, but I'm going to try my best to see if we can get it to play for you. Okay, I think what I need to do is make sure the audio is on. Bear with me. I'm going to give it one more shot. So I'm going to do another screen share. This time I'm going to include, it's the operator, y'all. I'm going to include the audio. I'm so excited about sharing information. And again, I think there's something can been keeping you from grabbing it. Jump in and see what this course is about.
We are discussing virtual assistant
Okay. I think what it's telling me is that you need to go do it because I cannot delay the time and to hear it for yourself. So have the information here on the screen. I'm also going to place it in the comments and type it in there, which is www.staradministrator.com. All right, so you should have it in there as well. Also, I think I see someone who is streaming and watching from Oroville, California. Mrs. Deborah Thompson, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I think she made a comment and says, "This was nice. Thank you so much." And Miss Thompson, if either you or you know someone who is in between blessings, that's what I call you're looking for God to bless you financially, whether or not whether it's because you're unemployed or whether or not you're interested in going from corporate and transitioning to self-employment. I never encourage anyone who is already employed corporately to cut ties, but always do things in decency and order and make sure that you have all the tools you need first before you make that transition and before you launch into the deep. You don't want to get too deep. But again, the course is very easy to access. All you will need is the internet access. Of course, you will need an email so she can communicate with you. But I'm telling you, you will be working amongst the best. She has blessed me in so many ways. I have my copy of my book, the virtual assistant, and it's probably showing backwards, but I'm telling you, when I look through this manual, it's beautifully designed. And not only that, it's giving you some back history on who she is, or what exactly a virtual assistant is, how to build a foundation. So she's going from all the way from the foundation building to branding, how to upgrade your skills, how to get your business license. I mean, I would say I recommend this to be in a corporate America uh, um, class, COVID or no COVID, virtual or non. When things subside in terms of the pandemic, I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. But how about God will bless you in a pandemic? Who
That's
thought
true.
that virtual learning would be such a huge thing? And God was preparing you all along. Like I said, for those who are just joining us, she has launched a virtual assistant business. She's coaching, she's teaching, she's diversifying her income, and she has this wonderful book. And again, if you're not able even to join in with her course, purchase the book. It is well worth it. It will answer all of your questions. Simply go to her website. It's on the screen, staradministrator.com. You will not be sorry that you did. Oh, we have someone else watching from Wisconsin. Cassandra Malone, thank you so much for watching. And if you all have any questions for our guest, feel free to contact her either today by putting it in the chat or simply, again, I encourage you, please go visit staradministrator.com. You will be so glad that you did. And I'm going to check while you're going to close this out with the last comments on how they can become their own virtual assistant. Um, Please let us know um, in terms of what they will learn. One more time, what they will learn if they were to sign up for your course.
Right. So if they sign up today, you will get a discount. First of all, there's the discount will be explained once you contact us. We have on the website, you can just send in your email address and your comments and forward it to us. It'll come straight to our inbox and we will answer them. And you will just state that you were on the line for the Business and Professional Women's Federation and you will receive a discount. We want you to learn and grow. We don't want anyone being stagnant. This is not a time to be stagnant just because of COVID-19. It's time to get up and let's make a difference. Okay? Even in your home, you don't have to worry about going outside of your home. Right now, we will help you start a business and it will be a virtual administrator assistant. And we will give you the basic step by step of how to become a business and virtual assistant. And
Mhm.
sign up today. Go to www.staradministrator.com.
Thank you so much for that. And I just thought of something that came in the back of my mind for anyone who's thinking like, okay, I can't do this, or this sounds too good to be true, or this sounds a little uh, out of my league. Am I just going to be sitting at home answering phones all day as a virtual assistant? What exactly is a virtual assistant? I'm telling you all, go to the website and get your virtual assistant training manual. Okay. It is not, it's an easy read. It is not, like reading a whole book or a whole novel. It's an easy read. There's pictures involved. I mean, it's so easy to read. And then again, when you take her course, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's live one-on-one. You get to ask questions as you go along. And like you said earlier, 1 hour a day, only twice a week. So
Yes.
that's just 60 minutes out of your, of actually 60 plus 60, 120 minutes of your day. I'm sorry, of your time per week. And then how long is the course again?
It's only for 6 weeks. And that's
Only
not
for
long at all. That's not long.
that.
It'll go by real fast, but you will be gaining knowledge. That's the key. You want to grow and gain knowledge in today's society. So this is
Wow.
what we're offering this to everyone who, is interested. Sign up today.
Wow,
And,
that's awesome.
and
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so, and then we can share with you how you can start your business, and you can sign up for 5 Star App Maker, and you will have your website and your app for your business all in one. This is not, this is no plaything. We want to be honest with you, and you will enjoy it. Take my word. It's not a plaything, but we're being for real. This is a time that we need to reach out and make a difference in society.
Wow, that sounds like you taking it on by force. But I'm telling you, anytime you're investing in yourself, you're gonna have days where you're like, okay, I can't see me being an entrepreneur. I'm telling you, I've known you since you were in college. I met you while I was learning how to be an architect years ago, over 20 years ago in Detroit, Michigan. We went to church together. She has been the same woman of integrity from day one. And the time I met her to the time to today, again, it's if you're looking for a coach that has spirit of excellence, you need to work with Mrs. Vanessa Massey. You will be so glad you did. I am grateful for this opportunity. The best is yet to come for you. I'm proud of you and all the hard work that you put in for your that God has for the talent that God has displayed on your life. For you truly are an example of how to go from pandemic to purpose. And so the best is yet to come. Thank you so much for your time. Send my love to your family and your mother and your sister. Let them know we said hello. And thank you so much for joining us. And again, Miss Vanessa Massey, I'm going to let you have the last word.
First of all, I want to say thank you again for this opportunity. And I don't take it lightly. I appreciate everyone. Just it's a blessing to just be alive in our daytime and day we're living in. And with that, we have something to be thankful for. We don't have the COVID-19, and the ones that do, may God bless you to feel better and overcome it in Jesus' name. We want everyone to know that this is a time, even in the COVID-19, let's make a difference. Join us today. Go into our website, and we want to let you know, hold your head up, because redemption draws nigh, and you can be a winner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Vanessa Massey. And I want to again congratulate her on a job well done. The best is yet to come for her. And again, if you have any questions for her, feel free. Please go and put that website up again. Visit staradministrator.com. I wanted to go there and show it off, but I always say that God knows best. It means you need to go and take a look for yourself. Book your discovery call today and let her answer any questions that you may have about how going from A to Z when it comes to how to be a virtual assistant and working directly from your home and what it will take. And she will also let you know the benefits in terms of how to create your own monthly income plan and how to make sure that you're getting paid what you're worth. So that's the main thing. If it don't make money, don't make sense. That's what I always say. Having said that, thank you so much, Vanessa, for joining us. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have met her. I want to share a special access with you tonight. Um, and then the ticker is going on the bottom of your screen. We're getting ready to head off because we are going to give you special access to my mentor. Her name is Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter with her Power to Win series starting right now. I'm going to put the information, the link in the um, comment section below on how you can go from this live event and go to the Power to Win series. If you don't know who Valerie Daniels Carter is, you are in for a treat. She is owner of over 140 restaurants, including Haagen-Dazs ice cream, Pizza Hut, Burger King. She's the first female NFL person on the first NFL. She's on the first member of the NFL board of directors that's a female. So the list goes on and on. I'm not going to prolong the time. I'm going to stop what I'm doing now so you can go over there and get your access. I'm going to put it in the comments below on how you can watch the Power to Win series. Again, she was my mentor and encouraged me to expand when I had self-doubt. I always say take notes and get a mentor or accountability partner for someone who's going where you want to go. And you always want to go higher and higher in God. May God bless you. Thank you so much for your time. And again, go to take a look at this next series, but also visit staradministrator.com. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day.